this will be okay. It's not like what I want, but they're sound.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready to talk, I know you would enjoy. We're just speaking just now.
I mean, first you could just introduce yourself so that we know who you are
sure.
for the.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Okay. My name's Jed Clampett. I've been living on the streets. Well, I grew up in Santa Cruz. Moved away when I turned 18 in 1999. Lived in Alaska for like 15 years, and then just came back in 2016. And Santa Cruz is a different place now than it was when I was a kid. I've been living on the street only for shit going on for 2 years now, I guess. I live in an RV though, so I'm a bit blessed. I would consider myself. The whole reason I got the RV is because I got my dog, and to rent a room the size of a closet is with a dog especially is just, I mean, you're lucky to find something for under $1,500 a month, and then they want utilities and all that, and then to move in they want first, last, security deposit, pet deposit, and then it ends up being like $5,000 just to move in. So you're in a house with people you don't know, shared kitchen, shared bathroom. It's just, it made more sense to me to get the RV. I got at least I got a bathroom and a kitchen to myself. So that's cool. But just being out here, like I was living in a tent for a while because my RV got towed and impounded, and it's a long story, but I luckily was able to get it back. I had to buy it back for almost nearly double what I originally paid for it. But
How much did that cost to get it out of
impound? It was like $3,000 to get it out of impound, and then like another $1,000 to get it. It wasn't running right, so to get it towed and stored for another month at somebody's place, it was like another $1,000. So it ended up costing me like $4,200 to get it back.
Wow.
Where I originally I paid $2,500 for it, the first time, and it got taken with everything I own in it. And then when I got it back, 98% of my stuff was gone. It was like my grandpa's World War II, like his little his knife that he carried in World War II, and his face identification cross, and like my mom's ashes, and all this shit was gone. So that sucked, but at least now I got a roof and some walls around me with a little bit of R rating, so it's better than a tent. So I'm lucky for that. Thank God. But like, just being out here in a tent and like experiencing, I was staying for a while. I was staying up in the Poganips, and that was kind of like, I had a good spot, but you have to be careful, like going out to your spot, that you're not seen by the normies or whatever, or a ranger or somebody that's gonna come back and fuck with you later, or steal your shit, or light your camp on fire, or like the absolute, I would say the absolute hatred felt by a lot of people, the general public, for homeless people. It's like I was just telling you, like, it's like I don't even know if they consider us human beings anymore. Like, we're just a subclass of species, It's fucked up. Like, crossing the street out here at like Highway 1 and Highway 9 or River Street, like, people, like, some people speed up, and like they ain't, like, if they're in one lane, you're on the other side of the road, like they'll switch lanes and speed up. Fucking assholes, they don't even stop, because like I said, like we're not human, we're just these homeless drug addict pieces of shit that we're a stain on society or whatever in their eyes, and it's not right. Like, I mean, even if we are homeless, or if we're drug addicts or whatever, or we don't have the cleanliness that most people want to, you know, regard as, you know, what's right or whatever. But if we're not given any means to do so either. You know, like we got the homeless shelter, but you gotta abide by Gestapo's laws to even be allowed in the place, and then you're only allowed like hey, you're only allowed like shower and bathroom access, you know, at certain times of day, and then they only give you like a couple minutes in the shower. I was parked on some private property up in Felt, and I was working for this company, and me and the owner of the company got into it one day. He just said some disrespectful shit about my mom, who had just passed, you know, and I told him where he could shove it. And naturally, you know, the next day I didn't have a job and I didn't have a place to live. He told me, you know, get your shit, get off my property. I told him that, you know, I'd gladly get off the property, but you're going to have to give me some time to find a place to take my RV. Like, it doesn't work like that. I'm paying rent here, and there's no way it said that my place to live is conditioned on working for you, you know. So just as long as you know I'm still paying rent, you can't do that unless you're gonna go get an eviction, you know. And I told him I'd find a spot as quick as I could, and I was actively looking for a place to go, and he didn't like how long it was taking me, I guess, because he paid some older tweakers to come and drill out the lock and hotwire my RV, and told them they could have anything they wanted out of it. And so like that, about $25,000 worth of my tools that I'd been, you know, stockpiling over the years, and, you know, is my way to make money. Like everything, literally everything I owned except a couple random things and like stuff they didn't know about under my mattress and you know, shit like that. Some clothes were taken. And, you know, the cops didn't do shit because, you know, I think a lot of the times the police share the same opinion as a lot of these assholes as far as homeless people, or, you know, because I live in an RV, like, they didn't take them seriously or whatever. And a cop came out and, you know, he took my report and took a couple pictures, and that was all I ever heard about it. Even when I tried to call back and like be like, what's up with case number, blah, 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 you know, what's going on with this? Just never heard anything back about it. Never got any help. Just didn't matter. Oh yeah, saying I was out here by choice, like, so like, I kind of am, you know, because I know I could go out and get a job or whatever if I really actively tried. But at the same time, like, having all my tools and everything taken, like, it's already hard enough to get a job when you don't have an address to put down. People are like, oh, homeless, you know, like, but not having an address and then being like, yeah, can you spot me the money to get tool bags and a hammer, you know, like, it's just kind of rough, but it's not impossible. So in that aspect, I am here by choice, but other than that, due to circumstances that I had no control over, I guess I kind of found myself out here. The rest of it.
Seems like one thing led to another and
It
just
really-
made it harder and harder.
It really was snowball,
Yeah.
definitely.
And then to dig out of that, it's like the system is set up
It's
to
hard
to
for failure. They set us up for failure, absolutely. And then, you know, they give us tickets and court dates, and, you know, you miss that court date, you got a warrant, and now you're getting arrested, and you got all these fines, and oh, I can't pay my fine, so what do? They give you more fines for not paying. You know, like, give us a spot, give us somewhere that's not gonna be illegal. You know, and people bitch and moan about, oh, it's so dirty, and that. Well, give us some fucking trash cans, give us a dumpster, a couple porta potties, like, you know. And I know, yeah, this shit's not free, but they're wasting how much money on you know, man hours to ticket us, and you know, like, who knows what else they're doing to combat, you know, the homeless situation or whatever. Like, instead of combating it, like, set us up with some land up in the Poganips, you know, like there's land up there that Miss Poganip, when she died, she donated all that land, not to the city of Santa Cruz, but to the homeless of Santa Cruz, you know?
Really?
That's what I've heard from more places than just the homeless community, you know? Like,
Interesting.
that was her dream, was to set the homeless up with land. And you know, I mean, and honestly, like, if we were given an allotment of land up there, like, there are so many people in the homeless community that have skill and knowledge that we really could just set up a farm. You know, like, we could grow our own food, we could raise our own livestock, eggs, you know, cows, pigs, whatever. You know, we could have, you know, specific plots, and it would be kind of like the, you know, the ideal utopian, like, you know, if you're not contributing, then you're not in, you know, like, and I think for the most part, like, that, I think it would work. We just need the chance, you know, and pretty much we would be able to self-govern, like, you know, like the Homeless Garden Project. From what I understand, it was supposed to be a homeless garden in the Poganips, right? Like, you guys are familiar with the clubhouse up there, you know, like the Lost Boys house, or whatever they call it. This trip, I was watching Lost Boys the other night, dude, and it really is. That's the house Grandpa lived in, you know. But anyway, given an allotment of land, you know, we could plot out, you know, 20-foot by 50-foot little squares, and people could set their tent up on it. Other than that, like, if they're not willing to do that, you know, then, like I said, just like they come around and they kick us out, you know. Oh, you gotta leave, blah, blah, blah. Where am I supposed to go? Where can I go that you're not gonna come by in a month and say you gotta get out of here? And, you know, that's not my problem. Well, actually, yes, it is your problem, you know. Give us a place to go where you're not going to come and constantly mess with us. Like, and, you know, there's the old out of sight, out of mind. Like, sure, stick us somewhere out of sight. We don't care. Just give us a place. Like, and then if you get, you know, once we get a place, like, just please provide us with some basics, like porta potties and dumpsters.
Yeah.
And then, you know, if we want to go above and beyond, like, give us a shower once a week.
Yeah, shower trails.
Maybe provide a laundry service or something, or, you know, and I'm sure all this could be run by volunteers from the homeless community, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just think the city could handle this a lot better.
Yeah. For sure. I think so too.
Yeah.
We're in agreement with you on that. Yeah.
Any other?
No, that was fabulous.
Yeah.
It's really nice to hear your thoughts.